Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Just 4 nurses for 120 coronavirus patients at VIMS. The Vishaka Institute of Medical Sciences, VIMS, which has been designated as a state COVID hospital, is plagued with a severe staff crunch. Just 4 nurses per shift take care of each block, which houses about 120 patients. The hospital has been catering to critical cases from 4 districts Srikakulam, Vizianagaram, Vishakhapatnam, and East Godavari, and presently has 390 patients and 540 beds with the needed infrastructure. However, the shortage of staff has been a cause for concern. This is an acute shortage of staff, but more cases are still being admitted. VIMS Director Dr. S. Varaprasad told after videos emerged in which patients alleged they were not given proper care. 4 nurses in a shift have to look for 120 patients. There are 10 doctors who work in 3 shifts, and we are doing our best with the available staff, Dr. Varaprasad said. He, however, did not elaborate on the exact number of nursing staff allocated to the institute. Hyderabad lawyer put in COVID 19 ward despite testing negative, alleges fleecing. A 55-year-old lawyer lodged a complaint with the Panjaguta police accusing a private hospital of shifting him to a COVID 19 ward despite testing negative for the disease. He also alleged that the hospital charged him exorbitantly in the name of treatment. According to the police, Sridhar Singh, a resident of Vijayanagar colony, stated in his complaint that he got himself admitted to Deccan Hospital at Somajiguda on July 28 as he had a fever and was feeling weak. The next day, his samples were collected and sent for a COVID 19 test. The test reports returned negative, but the hospital management deliberately did not disclose this to me. Instead, they billed me rupees 3 lakh to rupees 6 lakh on the pretext of treating me. They kept me in the COVID ward, Singh said in his complaint. The lawyer realized he does not have COVID 19 as he showed no symptoms. He asked the staff for his reports and test results, which mentioned that he had no contracted the disease at all. Janasena Chief Pawan Kalyan appeals to YSRC TDP MLAs over capital issue. Janasena President Pawan Kalyan demanded Telugu Desam Party TDP and YSRC MLAs from Krishna and Guntur districts to resign and protest for ensuring justice to poor farmers of Amravati who parted with their lands for the capital city. Addressing the party's Political Affairs Committee PAC meeting through teleconference, Janasena Chief Pawan Kalyan said MLAs of both the parties should fight for the rights of Amravati farmers if they are sincere. If we had been part of this legislative process, we would have been the first to resign. From the beginning till the present agitation to save Amravati, we have been with the farmers, he said. Kalyan said his party did not want to speak politics at a time when the state was facing a crisis in the form of COVID 19. However, the ruling government seems to be the least bothered about it and is creating problems for people in the name of the capital, he added. TRS MLC Nardasu Lakshman Rao wife test positive for COVID 19. TRS leader and MLC Naradasu Lakshman Rao and his wife tested positive for COVID 19. Rao, along with his wife Varsha, underwent a rapid antigen test RAT at the Saptagiri Colony Urban Health Center. He had actively participated in the Harita Haram programs and the Daily Water Support Scheme and IT Tower inauguration, along with Municipal Administration and Urban Development MAUD Minister KT Rama Rao. According to official reports, around 75 cases of the novel coronavirus were reported in Karimnagar. Despite the pandemic tightening its grip on Telangana, women were seen thronging Rakhi and sweet shops on the eve of Raksha Bandhan. Many were even spotted in crowded markets without wearing face masks. Six staff at Karnataka CM office hit by virus, Governor Home Minister fine. 6 employees at the Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's office have tested positive for COVID 19, official sources said on Monday. After the Chief Minister tested positive, his office and residence were sanitized. Besides, contact tracing was done during which the 6 of his staff members were confirmed to have contracted the virus, the sources said. However, Governor Vajubhai Wala and Home Minister Basavaraj Bommai, whom the Chief Minister had met on July 31, have tested negative. Officials said random tests were conducted at the Chief Minister's premises and the six were found infected. They included a gunman, a driver, and a housekeeping staff. They have been sent to the COVID 19 Care Center set up at the Bangalore International Exhibition Center BEIC as they were asymptomatic, sources said. Telangana CM conveys Raksha Bandhan greetings. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao has greeted people of Telangana state on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan on Monday. He said Rakhi symbolizes the bond of love and affection between brothers and sisters. It also donates the commitment to safeguard honor and respect for women. He also reiterated his government's commitment to the safety and dignity of the women in the state. On the occasion, former MP K. Kavita had tied Rakhi to her brother and Minister K.T. Ramarao at Pragati Bhavan. The TRS women leaders, including Minister Satyavati Rathod, MP Kavita Malot, MLA Sunitha Reddy, ZP Chairman Kandra Jyoti, and TRS leader Gundu Sudharani, among others, also tied Rakhi to Ramarao. With approval of expat quota bill, Indian workers stuck in Kuwait seek government help. With the National Assembly of Kuwait approving the expat quota bill that will lead to the repatriation of around 8 lakh Indians from the Gulf nation, several migrant workers from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh have started raising their voices, demanding the Indian government to repatriate them back to the country. This group of migrants, which also includes people from Bihar, Odisha, Tripura, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, had no source of income since the lockdown was imposed in Kuwait. They have been residing in a small building and sometimes 16 of them in a single room, increasing the possibility of them contracting the virus. Radhesham Chaudhary, a migrant from Bihar, said, "We work in a construction company here. We have been trapped here for a longer time. It is very problematic. Neither have they given us salary for the last 5 months, nor they are letting us return home. We don't know what we will do for food in future. Please save us." Hyderabad police arrest 4 persons for trespassing into Mohan Babu's residence. Fahad Sharif police arrested 4 persons for trying to trespass into Tollywood actor Mohan Babu's residence and threatening security men. The accused were identified as Raghav Biradar, Gautam Rao, Kongari Anand, and Singaraju David. They were produced before the court and sent to judicial remand. Police said that the accused live in the nearby area. While passing by the township, they noticed the gate was open and tried to drive in to have a glimpse of actors. They told police that they knew that movie shoots take place in the township and several actors frequent the place to take part in the shoots. Inquiries also revealed that they had an argument with the guards but did not threaten anyone. Police also verified their call data records and found nothing suspicious. On Saturday, 4 persons in an SUV forcefully tried to enter the township and fled after security tried to stop them. Andhra reports over 8,500 cases. Telangana tally crosses 67,000. Coronavirus cases continued to rise in Andhra Pradesh, with as many as 8,555 infections being reported on Sunday, taking the state tally to 1.58 lakh. The death toll due to the virus mounted to 1,474 as 67 new deaths were recorded in the last 24 hours, while nearby 6,272 patients recovered from the disease. The latest state bulletin said Andhra Pradesh now has 74,404 active cases of COVID-19 with at least 82,886 recoveries. The COVID-19 infection positivity rate climbed to 7.69% with over 20.65 lakh tests so far. Telangana, meanwhile, reported 983 new COVID-19 cases and 11 deaths, taking the state's total tally to 67,660 and death toll to 551, according to the state government. Out of the fresh cases, 273 were reported from the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation (GHMC), 73 from Rangareddy District, 57 from Warangal Urban, 42 from Nizamabad, 37 from Sangareddy, followed by others, the state bulletin said. Oxygen crunch at COVID-19 hospitals in Hyderabad to end soon. Health Minister Yetala Rajender said oxygen cylinders would be replaced with liquid oxygen tanks at all major hospitals such as TIMS, King Koti Chest Hospital, and SDI Hospital. This would avoid any shortfall of oxygen cylinders, he said. The minister visited the Telangana Institute of Medical Sciences TIMS, Kachibavli, and inspected the facilities being provided to COVID 19 patients. The minister inquired about the availability of oxygen supply and life saving drugs at the TIMS pharmacy. Acknowledging the issues of lack of oxygen supply across Telangana, Yetala said if there are 1,000 beds in a hospital, the state government would make at least 1,000 oxygen masks available so that every patient gets oxygen if they need it. According to the director of TIMS, Dr. Vimla Thomas, and other senior health officials, including Director of Medical Education, Dr. K. Ramesh Reddy, there is sufficient stock of COVID 19 drugs such as Remdesivir and dexamethasone at the TIMS pharmacy. Yetala visited the pharmacy to check the availability of COVID 19 drugs. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe Buy and Times.